Tracy, happy Easter to you. Hi everybody, what have we been doing today? Has anybody actually managed to get the crafting done? Hi Candice. Oh dear, that's an iffy picture. Or is it just me? Facebook. Oh, pardon me. Oh dear. I am. I'm not over this flipping jet lag yet. Went to bed about 8ish. Woke up at midnight. Went back to bed about, I don't know, what time was it? You got up about past 7, 8 o'clock? Yeah. Had a couple of hours and got back up again. It's absolutely killing me. I just can't get settled. Hi Mary. Hi Marlene. Oh, I wish it was sunny here. Well, I don't know actually. I've been too busy working today. I haven't really looked outside. Hi Lane. Hi Doreen. Everybody's got sun except us. Hey Sonia. Happy Easter. So yeah, I don't know. Bit weird. But yeah, it's causing me some grief, I have to say. So, I'm going to be on till tonight. It's just a case of, hi Jen. Just going to show you the project for the Boys' Day retreat on the 22nd, and I'll talk a bit more about that in a bit. But I've been trying to catch up with a couple of projects. So I actually do have 2 finished that I can show you if you want. I finished my rolled up hardback from the retreat in Ohio. And I've done a little project in reciprocation for somebody doing one of mine. So, do you want to have a look or do you want to just get on to the main event? It's up to you. I am going to do some proper videos in a bit with these other projects. Well, with all the projects, actually. I just haven't quite got around to it yet. Time ran away with me. I was sitting downstairs. I suddenly realised it was 7 o'clock. So there we go. So yeah, what do you reckon? Yes. Okay. Right. Well, Elaine's a good lass, isn't she? You want to look? Okay. Right. Well, I'll start with the Ohio retreat, because you know when we did the book, we did 3 versions. That's the 49 and Market Elaine, which I can't show you because I left it for lovely Diana, who organised everything. I thought that was the least I could do. Here, let me get this out of the way. But I've also done, which you've seen before, Alice's Tea Party, and I've done one with Little Things. So Alice's Tea Party, you can see that's on another video. You can go and help yourself and have a look at that. So I'm not going to show you that one, but I am going to show you my Little Things version. So it's exactly the same as the others. I will say that actually the class only version of this is in the shop right now. But I'll do a video and link to it. It's not going to run out, so you don't need to rush off and get it. It's, you know, it's going to be available forevermore. It doesn't have a limit on it, so you know, don't feel that you've got to rush off and get it now, because you absolutely haven't. So this is what I've called the rolled up hard-backed mini, because it's like the rolled up mini, it's just got a hard back. That's why it's called the rolled up hard-backed mini. I think long and hard about the way I name these books. I hope you realise the thought and care and attention that goes into them, because it really does. Anyway, before I go any further, breakthrough. Fred is allowing buses. Well, most of the time. Oh, and Max is here having a wash on a plastic box. Anyway, so this is my Little Things graphic 45 version. It's special because it's got a very special charm on it. And my charm was made by the amazing duo of Kari and Mark. Apparently Mark did the chain and Kari did the rest of it. Because Kari did one as well. So there you go. Oh yeah. No, one for her and one for me.
Oh.
That's 2. But I said 2, as in TOO.
Oh, 2. Okay.
Don't confuse me.
Heather on YouTube says, OMG, I look at Alison Teapot. She's a tutorial for this one.
Yes, there is. It is a paid for tutorial for a change because it was from a retreat, and all of my, sort of like paid for retreats, I do sell the tutorials for those. It wouldn't be right to give them away when other people have paid for them. So these are some of the very few that you would ever have to pay for, because as you know, most of my classes are free. So anyway, so I've got this lovely little charm, and I've used this carabiner thing, which we found in Michael's actually, to add it on. But I found you can get them quite easily, and they've got all sorts of there's all sorts of shapes that you can get, and you can get blingy ones and all sorts. So anyway, I've ordered some, so we've got some coming for the shop as well. So anyway, here's my book. It's just over 8x8, and this is my cover. But my cover actually is an acetate sheet which opens up, and then I've just put some bits on the inside here, and this is one of 2. I sorted this flipping autofocus out earlier, and it is got a mind of its own. So this is kind of like a placky thing, which the one thing that I would say, actually I put it in the shop, but what I haven't thought of is that you're gonna need a square tool to make it. I might have to go and rethink that. You can make it without, but it's just so much easier with one of Mark's square tool tools. Okay, it's just very much more simple. If you use that. So if you've got one, your quid's in. Otherwise, I haven't actually said in the tutorial how to do it without. Or you can just order one, whichever. I'll have a think about that anyway. But so I used Mark's tunnel tool, and there are 2 plaques in this. This is the first one, which obviously also doubles up as my front cover. And then if I open it up again, you can see that here what I've got are my 2 flaps, like that. Huh? Mushroom in there. Oh. Now, I will say that this, the cardstock that we used was quite a bit thicker than I would normally use. And it's really got me thinking about the differences in sizes of cardstock that we all use. So I'm going to get Mark to sit down and draw up a really comprehensive guide of all of the different cardstocks, the exact measurements, weights, so that you can see exactly what I'm using, because you wouldn't think that something just like a tiny portion of a millimeter difference in thickness will have such a huge effect on the project, but it absolutely will. So what you've got here is you've got these 2 flaps, you've got a little pocket here with photo mats that go in there, and then you've got these pull-out photo mats here as well, one in each, and they just slip in there like that. Okay, then here what we've got is another pull-out photo mat. I've added a little tuck spot in mine there, but that's plenty of room for photos. That goes into this kind of pocket here, and then you open it up, and on what we've got here is just a regular pocket with lots of space for photo mats. Okay, so that's that bit. Now this bit here, this is where the fact that we have thicker cardstock really comes into play, because of this closure, it doesn't quite close the way I wanted, because this is actually a slide off closure. So if I show you this one, you can see that this just slides off and then that opens up like that. Okay, so that's nice and easy, but that was a marginally thinner cardstock that we used. So it really, it doesn't take much to make a difference. It really doesn't. But that is supposed to be a slide on, slide off closure, you see. But on this one, because it's a bit thicker, it's just easier for me to just manipulate it like that. It does slide. I know it's cheating, but it does. Oh, shush. So here we've got this pull-out oh, come on, move, Alice. This pull-out photo mat again, which just slips in there, and then you can always put some more 6x4 photo mats in there if you want to. And like I said, that really should slide, but it's a little bit thick, so we'll just leave it like that. This is the second plaque that I mentioned, which is useful to have marked tool for. And I have actually taken loads of photos of these, so I know the picture's not brilliant tonight, but I have got lots and lots of photos, which I'll share with you anyway. And if you buy the tutorial, you've got access to all 3 versions and total photos for those as well. So here on the end, what we've got is another little acetate window, which opens here onto a belly band, which has got oh, maybe finish it would be nice, which has got some photo mats in there, and then a little pocket on the front with some photo mats there as well. So that is the Little Things version of the hardback rolled up mini, and I really like this one. I have to say, I really like it, and I hope you do too. So that's that one. That's all that one finished. So yep, there we go. That's 2 completed. As I said, the Elena I've got photographs of, but I haven't got the book anymore because I gave it to Diana. Right, okay, so the next thing that I was going to show you is that this time last year, okay, well, I'm going to start at the beginning. Today is the last day for the G45 brand ambassador audition call. I've had an absolutely fantastic year on the team. It's just been absolutely amazing. However, made a decision a couple of months ago that I was not going to reapply for a second term. The reasons for this are not surprising. As you know, my dad's not been well, and I've spent a lot of time with him, which means that I've got behind on absolutely everything, and I need to catch up. I'm getting there, but something's got to give. Secondly, I feel like because Dad's not been well, I haven't really given it as much as I would have liked to, because going on the G45 brand ambassador team is something that I've always wanted for me. It was something that was very much something that I wanted to do, something that was on my bucket list, and I'm so grateful to have done that. But I had intentions of sharing so much more, doing so much more, and it just didn't happen because I just didn't get the time that I wanted. I think for me to have done it the way that I wanted to, I pretty much would have had to have been doing it 24/7, and that just wasn't possible for 101 reasons which you know about. So like I said, I've decided not to reapply for a second term. That doesn't mean that I won't have a go again in the future, because it's amazing. And if you saw my photos from America, I got a little bit emotional when I met the ladies from G45. It's such an important company to me. My first mini was using G45, and I've just loved it ever since. That's not changing, obviously. I'm still going to be doing loads of G45. It's just that I won't be, how can I put it? I don't really know how to put this. It'll be more measured, shall we say, what I'm doing. So I don't feel like I'm rushing anything or not giving it the attention that it deserves. Having said that, I have promised faithfully that we will be doing another project with Bowl of Cherries. I'm just waiting for mine to arrive, so that shouldn't take long. So anyway, that's me. I'm not gonna go forward for a second term, which I kind of regret now, but it's too late. So I'm just gonna have to learn to live with it. However, This time last year when I did my audition, my lovely friend Paul took my design and supported me by making up my project. This was great because at least I knew my figures were right. But also, it was an absolute honour to have somebody like Paul do that for me. So I've returned the favour. Now, Paul's applied for the DP and he's made a really cute little book. He used Let's Get Cozy. And one of the things that I love about the way that Paul works, which is so incredibly different to me, is his raison d'etre is to use as little patterned paper as possible so that you really, really get value for money out of your papers. Me, well, I just stick them on and keep sticking them, and if there's any left, then I haven't done my job. So anyway, Paul made this absolutely gorgeous little book. So I thought, I'm gonna have a go. He's been really kind to me and made my book. So I think the least I can do is have a go at his. So I have. It's a bit different. Well, it's not. It's entirely exactly 100% the same. It's just I might have just palified it a bit. So I'm going to show you. So this is my version. I hope you approve, Paul. This is my version of Paul's book. So do go have a look at Paper Crafting with Paul. You can see Paul's version and see how beautifully clean and tidy it is. And then there's mine's got glitter. What can I say? Looking at the picture, I can see it's looking a little bit washed out. Now I've used Dreamland for mine. So this is yeah, well, we'll see. So what I've done with mine is I've made charm for the side. I've used some of the what do you call it, the chipboard pieces, and I've made them all dingle dangle. And I've got this little thing which was off. I had some left over from the Let It Snow book. And I put some ribbon on there, okay? And then on the back, because I cut it too short, here's a little tip for you. Because I cut it too short, I cut it down the middle, and then I put a strip across and a chipboard piece. So now you'd never know that I did that wrong, would you? But I did. Anyway, there you go. So on the front, what I've done is I've taken one of the signature pieces and I've layered that up. I've cut down. You can see here I've got my castle that's a bit layered up. I've got a couple of the fairies, and I don't know how well you can see this, but I've used my Wink of Stella pen and I've put some silver glitter on there as well, and I've just done a little bit of fussy cutting and there we go. Now one of the things that I love about this book is that it's staggered, so you can kind of see the insides a little bit, which is rather cool, I think, and I love how that looks. So when you open it up, one of the lovely things about the way that Paul does something is that there's 4 pages to this book, and they're all the same. So the book itself went together probably an hour and a half. I've just spent about 20 hours decorating it because that's the way I roll. Anyway, so I can't remember if Paul made a little pocket for the inside cover, but I did. So what I've got here is just a few kind of like little photo mats. I've used some of the, you can put photos on there and what like such like, and that I've just popped stuff in. And then what I've done is my usual trick of taking images and layering them up. So here what I've done is I've taken one of the cutter parts and I fussy cut my mermaid, and she has got glittery. She has got, what did you say? Stink of Weller. Hi Helen, Stink of Weller on her. She's a bit glittery. And then I've taken the, not watermelons, what are they called? Water lilies. Thank you. Water lilies, and I've layered them up as well. Yeah, we're having ours tomorrow, Helen. Okay, and then you open that up, and what you've got here is a little triangular pocket, and I just really quickly made, just to show you how it all goes together, just a little photo mat just to pop in there. And then here what we've got is space for more photo mats. So there is an awful lot of space in this mini 4 photos. I mean, you could put a photo on there, you could put a photo on there. I know when Paul made his, he talked about using the journal cards, which I thought I'd got and I haven't actually. So I didn't use those. But that'll give you an idea. And then in between each page, there's actually a photo mat that goes in between here. So let me just pop that back in. And then what I did with the back was I took some of the cut parts and I layered them up. So I don't know if you can see here, that's all layered up and a bit more wink of Stella. And I've just put some photo mats in the back there and just some bits of, you know, you can add lots of bits to this, you know, lots of room for photo mats and such like. Now the nice thing about this is that all 4 pages are exactly the same, but obviously you know, you can decorate them all up differently. So this one, I've got my young man on the back of a Pegasus there. You open that up and then there's room for that photo mat there. I've got a photo mat there. And then here again, you know, you've got the one that goes in between. On the back here, I've got another little pocket that I've built up and room for photo mats there. This one here, that again is all layered up. And then you open that up, you've got again photo mats all the way through. So you've got a lot of room in this for photo mats, I will say, and they just fit in perfectly. 6x4 photo mats, just perfect. Then I didn't put anything on that. I'm going to tell you that I didn't put anything on this side because it's just such gorgeous paper and I didn't want to cover it. But the truth was I completely forgot. Anyway, whatever. I'm leaving it because I like it. And then this one we've got layered up again, and then, you know, space for photo mats like that. And I've got my big photo mat that goes in there. Here, once again, we've got space for photo mats and that little owl all popped up and that. And then on the back here, what we've got is a stacked pocket. So we can pop our photo mats in there as well. Lots of room for those. Lots of room for photo mats, full stop, to be honest with you. So that is my attempt at Paul's beautiful little graphic 45 BA call. And I would say best of luck to you, Paul. Knowing how you use graphic 45. I think you'd be brilliant. So there you go. So that's my version of Paul's book with the glitter and the Stella stuff. Right, okay, so I know what you're here for. You want to see, I'm leaving the trail of glitter, as I should. You want to see this one. This is the For the Boys book. Okay. Now, on the 22nd of April, which is a Saturday, at Dunstan, which is in Staffordshire, it's just off junction 13 of the M6. We are having a day retreat, and this is something that we do quite regularly, but this one is entitled For the Boys. And what I've done for a change is we've looked at more masculine papers. So anybody who's coming along has got a choice of 4 papers. They are all Mintay papers. This one is Garage. I've also got, let me just have a look here. I've also got, oh no, that's just everywhere. I've also got, let's see, I've also got Nightfall, which is a really nice purpley one, but very kind of like geared towards wine drinking. Then I've got this one, which is Country Fair. Now I'm going to use this when I do a day retreat. I pre-record the class, and this is what I'm going to use in that. I'm going to use Country Fair, which is just brilliant for somebody who likes gardening or maybe has an allotment. Then I've mentioned garage, and then we've got woodland, which is woodlands. Oh, there you go. So that is the choice of 4 papers that you can choose from. Now, I do have some spaces left. I don't know how on earth that's happened, but I do. So if anybody wants to come along, we start. You can turn up from 9 a.m. Come and have a cuppa. We have an amazing caterer who does a fantastic lunch, as well as some wonderful cake throughout the day. So you're not going to go hungry. There's tea and coffee and everything all included. Your lunch is included. Your full kit is included, access to the video class and, you know, the normal sort of setup with the photos and everything. That's all included, as I said, full kit, and you can access that class, you know, as many times as you want to afterwards. And we'll have the shop there as well. So lots of fun things going on that day. So if you do want to come along, just drop me a line. It's £80 for the day. And you can download the booking form, which has got lots of information on it, at carlsummers.co.uk/retreat. Okay, but what I'm going to do when we're finished is I'm going to do another video of this, and then I'll put it up on YouTube with all of the links and everything else. Yeah, and as I said, you'll have a choice of 4 kits as well. So this book, I had an idea for it. It's kind of like a folio. Well, it is a folio with a funny hinge system. I made this. I had a lovely couple of days in Columbus, looking out the window of the hotel room, and I didn't have anything else to do, so I could just really focus on what I was making and just really enjoy the process, which was amazing. And I had a whale of a time making this. The only weird thing about it was that I was using cardstock from Michael's, which was a weird size for my poor British brain, and also was quite a lot thicker than I'm used to using. But it's given me an incredibly solid book that feels like it's going to be around forever, which, you know, is good. So this is the book. It's a folio, and I've used some of this faux suede just to close it up, and I've splattered Posca white paint from my Posca pen all over all of the whole of the book. So I just fancied a bit of splattering. So it is splattery. So when you open up, well, on the front here, what we've got is a layered up kind of image that, you know, closes the book. But when you open it up, what we've got inside, and I put a few more of these images, you know, on as we go, is a pocket here that's got a photo mat there. Okay, and I've put some eyelets, and I've used some of this faux suede stuff. And then all of the times when I've used like a decoration like this, that's all layered up again, because you know what I'm like for layering things up. I like layering things up. So that's that. And then here, what we've got is we've got a pull-out photo mat. Okay, and then here, this is all layered up again. That's the one page. That slips down into there, and I don't know if you can see it slips. That's a cut apart, and that slips underneath there. And then on the back, what we've got is a pocket, but it's shaped. And I'm going to show you how you can shape a pocket and still easily mat the back to that shape. Now, if you did the February last year, what do you call it, sub box, you'll know how I did this. And it's ever so easy. So that's that. And then a photo mat in the pocket there. And the pocket is a bit of a peekaboo, so you can see through. Then here what we've got is like a little envelope. So this is a layered up pocket again. Open that up, and then here we've got another photo mat. And what I did with my photo mats was I cut out pattern paper but then I kind of like divided it up so it wasn't just one flat piece. So it's got a little bit of interest to it, and I'll show you how I did that. So that's that. And then the third page, oh yeah, in the back of it, this has got a simpler kind of back to the pocket, but it's the same principle, and I'm going to show you how to shape it, because if you look at this, you can see that what I've done is I've cut around the image here, and you've got that little reveal on the black cardstock, and then you've got that on that side as well, and it's easier to do than you might think, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And then here, once again, we've got another photo mat. You know, you can put your photos on top of there, or journaling, or you know, whatever it is that you want. And then here, this is our last page, and on here, once again, oh, pulled the wrong bit out. We've got a photo mat, and this is like our first page as well. Okay, now all the books, no matter which one you choose, will be made in exactly the same way. It's just obviously the decoration that is different. And then you open that up, and we've got this back piece here. This is another, you know, cut out flap. And like I said, I'm going to show you how to do that with the reveal. Photo mat. Lots of splatters, as you can see. I went a bit mad. And then this one on the very, very back, what we've got here is a side pocket and a photo mat like that. Now, this is, if I just show you quickly, this is the hinge unit. It's a little bit different, okay, so it kind of sticks out of the book a bit. It's kind of difficult for me to explain, really, but that is a little bit different in the way you know, that we've put it together. But this is a seriously solid little book, and I am absolutely chuffed to bits with it, to be honest with you. I'm really, really pleased with it. Boston, yeah, it is. I'm really, really pleased with it, and it's a good solid book, and it just feels like it would last forever. So that is our For the Boys retreat book. As I said, that is the 22nd of April in Dunstan in Staffordshire. I do have a couple of spaces left because I can't count, and I've been telling people that it's full, and it's not, so apologies. If you want to change your mind and come along, you'd be most welcome. Just drop me a line. There will be some kits available afterwards. I have plenty of the garage. I deliberately bought a lot of the garage, and then I've just got odds and ends of the others. Those will go on sale in the shop after the event, okay, as will the class only. So you've still got access to the class no matter what you choose, and then you can use, you know, whatever papers. Don't be put off by the fact it's called For the Boys. It's just that I wanted to choose more masculine papers for this one. For instance, in June we've got a two-day retreat where we're going to be making a travel book. So it's simply the theme. This book would work with any paper. I mean, you know, imagine it with Alice, you know, or Little Things, or Dreamland, which is what I used for Paul's book. You know, it could. You don't be put off by the name. Don't be put off by the papers that I've used, because you know these are. It's just a name. It's just a word. It would work with anything. And this is one thing that I'm absolutely adamant about when it comes to making books, is that it's the paper that makes the book. Most books will work for most purposes. It's just the paper that makes it suit what you want it to, if that makes sense. Which is, you know, why I love to see, you know, books done in completely different papers, you know, to anything that I've used. Because I just find that fascinating. I just love to see the way you all think. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love to see the ones where they're really similar, because that's kind of flattering, isn't it, really? You know, so don't stop doing that, because that's lovely. But I do get excited when, you know, when I see ones that are, you know, completely different. So you can use anything, just buy the class and, you know, use any paper you like. So I'm going to go off in a minute, and well, after we've had tea, I don't know whether I need to sleep. I don't feel tired. I don't know what the heck. this is getting ridiculous. It's been a week and I'm nowhere near back to normal yet. So I don't know. Also, I am actually really excited this week. The couple of weeks away just absolutely energized me. You know, and I've got so many ideas and things that are coming up and new things, and you know, I'm just raring to go. So yeah, there we go. I will make some videos and I will put them up and show you what. So if you want to come along and got any questions, just give me a shout. Like I said, I have got a couple of spaces left. It's my own idiot fault for telling people it was full. But we'll see. All right then, guys, you take care. Mark and I both wish you the very happiest of Easters. We're off to Dad tomorrow. Poor Dad. To cook him some lamb. So we'll see how that goes. So we've shifted ours back a day because my sister was over there today. So yeah, we're taking it in turns of fighting over him, which I'm quite sure he doesn't mind one bit. So yeah, take care everybody. We will see you back in class on Wednesday when we're going to be finishing off that little adventure of weights that we started before we went away. Should be the last one of those, and then I'm my next job, the orders are all out. Ha! So proud of myself. Well, having said that, Mark should be proud of himself as well, because he got all of, there are a lot of them will make a mark and we got them done. So yeah, I'm going to be working on the Savannah project, which is going to be our next big one in Paper Scissors Story. So take care everybody, have an absolutely incredible rest of your Easter holiday, and we will see you on Wednesday. Lots of love from us and the Pats. Bye.
Oh.